I just want to see Garfield.
Then why didn't you Google Garfield?
I'm making a lot of... I don't want to see Garfield 2024. I want to just see normal Garfield.
There's my president. Garfield 2024.
Garfield
Let's go,
2024.
baby. Time to vote for a new party. The lasagna party.
The Garf party.
He'll outlaw Mondays.
The vice president's just a lasagna.
Oh, is that what's dripping out of the mouth?
Yeah, it's lasagna.
Ew.
Pretty
Dude,
gross.
Chew your food.
The implication...
And then swallow it.
The implication here is that Garfield gets drunk on lasagna.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is not Garfield, I just want to say.
Okay.
Are we
out the
sure?
gate.
You're going to have to finish drawing it before I can agree to that
I
statement.
don't want it to be Garfield, but my hand...
Your
really
hand
wants to
is,
make it Garfield
is making
now.
it Garfield.
Jim Davis is guiding your hand today.
Oh no.
It's
Jacob.
continuing to be Garfield.
Jacob?
Jacob. He just put his whole hand in his mouth. Is that what happened, Karina?
Yeah. He realized it could fit and he got distracted.
Hey.
Wow.
You said.
You
It
lied
might
to
be
us.
Garfield. It could still be a rabbit. It could still be a rabbit.
No.
No, it can't. It's too late.
I don't think this is Garfield. There's Garmit.
There he is.
I don't think this is Garfield.
This is Graffled.
Yeah, this is Garfield.
This is Rawfield.
I hate Garfield's back feet.
His big ol' like feet.
It looks like he
Feet,
stepped
feet.
on some bees.
He stepped on a bunch of bees.
And he's having like an allergic reaction, but only in his feet.
Every morning he wakes up and steps on some bees.
It's like, I gotta get my signature look. Time to step on
Stop
some
stepping on the
bees.
bees, Garfield. They're dying.
John, it's part of my look.
Garfield 2024, step on some bees. Everyone's like, no, there's a crisis with the bees. We need the pollinators.
Yeah, come on,
He's
Garfield.
like, I don't need pollinators to make lasagna. And everyone's like, yeah, you do.
You kind of do, Mr. Field.
Mr. First name Gar, last name Field.
He's the Joker to Garfield's Batman.
Don't forget to erase any unnecessary lines. Remember to take time, and practice makes perfect.
If I erase any unnecessary lines, I have to erase the whole drawing and then draw Garfield.
Now erase this and draw Garfield.
Anyway, Garfield. Here's some backstory on Garfield and
Yes.
his love for lasagna. Are we
Yeah.
ready?
Yeah.
Garfield was born on June 19th, 1978, in the kitchen of Mama Leone's Italian restaurant to his mother and unnamed father, weighing 5 pounds 6 ounces at birth.
What?
He has loved lasagna since the day he was born, and it has always been his favorite food ever since.
That's kind of beautiful. Good for him.
Yeah.
So he was born in an Italian restaurant.
In
Yeah.
the kitchen.
It
In the
reminds
kitchen.
him
On
of,
the counter.
of where he comes from.
On a lasagna.
Yeah, on top of lasagna.
How many
she's
Lasagnas.
Googling it.
has Garfield eaten? Okay.
What's the number?
Okay.
Give us a number.
So, according to this Reddit post
Mm-hmm.
of They Did the Math.
Oh, they would.
Okay.
A Reddit post where they did math about a cartoon.
He's eaten
Color me
reportedly about
surprised.
77,851 lasagnas.
Holy
I don't
shit.
think one cat should eat that much.
I don't think a person should eat that much. That's too many lasagnas. How many weeks are in a person's life? Now we need to Google how many weeks are in a person's life.
On average.
On average, I'm saying. This is what we need to know.
So, and then this says that the cost of a lasagna, updated in 2023, says a homemade lasagna will cost $15 to $40 if you consider all the ingredients, if you do not already have them.
All right, so we're calculating two things at the same time here. So we're just going to
Okay.
bounce back and forth.
Yeah, go for it.
There's 5,217 weeks
5,000
in 100 years.
Okay.
So that's like a human life of 100 years if you live to be 100.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And Garfield's eaten 77,000 lasagnas. Is this what you're telling me?
Yeah.
So you'd have to eat. How many lasagnas do you have to eat in a week to make that happen? It's like 12, 13 lasagnas a week or something.
So this says everything I'm seeing, the average price of a lasagna is between $15 to $40 on average. So let's say it's about $30 per lasagna, right? So 30 lasagnas times 77,000. Garfield has spent, or I guess John has spent $2,335,530 on lasagnas for Garfield alone.
This kind of looks like Garfield is dying.
It does.
No!
Garfield is known for being sarcastic, arrogant, and selfish. He is also known for being very smart for a house cat with intelligence similar to a human.
Okay.
Like, that all makes sense. Next paragraph. Garfield's owner, John Arbuckle, is a comical, bumbling geek who is socially oblivious, especially when it comes to women. Garfield tends to abuse and mock John for being inferior to himself. Garfield constantly makes fun of John and his continued failure with women.
Oh my god, drag him.
That's paragraph 2. They're like, all right, enough about Garfield. Let's talk about
Let's
how
just drag
John
John.
Arbuckle can't get
Fucking guy.
it. Let's rip John Arbuckle a new one in paragraph 2.
Yeah. You want me to design a lasagna, Gajinka? I'm just gonna draw Bowser.
You're one of the worst at taking it easy alongside John Arbuckle.
Damn, I've never been more insulted in my
Yeah,
life to be
you
compared to John Arbuckle.
read her to
You
filth.
married John Arbuckle.
Ew, self-own.
Joke's on you. John Arbuckle gets me torrent.
Torrent?
Torrent.
Turnt and horny?
And torqued. And horned. And horny.
We're getting a little buck wild.
Sorry.
You need to tone it down, dude.
I'm sorry.
I hate it here.
John Arbuckle makes me flaccid. When it's a gorse, it's a gorse.
Of course.
He's such a good boy.
John's in an abusive relationship with Garfield.
No, he's just a bottom.
I'm imagining Garfield like sexily pulling on the tie. Garfield dominates John.
Shut up and make the lasagna, John.
Maybe he thinks Garfield's really sexy.
Oh, and he's crying,
Tear to his eye.
crying because he can't have him because they're in a relationship with the capybara.
And he's like, damn, Garf, with a body like that,
With toes that plump.
with toes that plump, what wouldn't I do?
Garfield is all about rising up and
Yeah.
overthrowing oppression. So
Well, Garfield is anti-capitalist.
Yeah, Garfield
yeah,
hates Mondays.
No one more anti-capitalist than Garfield.
It's the eyes that are getting me.
The eyes are great.
It
They're
looks
perfect.
like the Garfield is trying to order at a McDonald's while high.
Yeah.
He's not wearing his glasses and he's trying to read the menu.
Usually Heathcliff is driving a human car and it's full of other cartoon cats, including Garfield.
But isn't there one where like he and Garfield are like standing on a sidewalk facing each other and it's like, I always knew this day would come or something like that?
And that's it? That's the comic?
Maybe.
Yeah, there's one that's like that. I'm going to have to find it now.
They worked out their differences and now they go on joyrides with Tony the Tiger.
Get you a man who looks at you like Garfield looks at Goofy.
I found the comic where they meet and they are standing on a sidewalk facing each other. Garfield's back is to you, so you can't see his face. And the caption just says, "It just got real."
Yes, ascend.
Garfield doesn't canonically have any children, correct?
Garfield is celibate.
Until now.
The bunny is Garfield's ex.
And this is Garfield's polygamous sect.
Okay. But the bunny is the ex.
The
But
bunny's the ex.
because Garfield is so lethargic and lazy, he forgot to change his emergency contact. So the hospital called
Call to everyone.
everyone. Yeah, instead of changing emergency contacts, he just kept adding.
He just kept
them.
adding, yeah.
Garfield does not fuck. Every time he gets the non-Christian feelings, he eats an entire raw lasagna.
Because it's going to try its best to make this into a person at 0.
Who's that?
What?
So that's
Garfield?
This is just a real human man with a spear.
Yeah, it just said no.
Yeah,
It just said no to everything you did.
That's his human Sona.
I drew a fucked up Garfield.
Oh my god.
No. You really did just mix Garfield with the Animorphs alien fella, the centaur alien.
Yeah, and just like a touch of Scoob.
Well,
You took Garfield
Well.
and when you have to roll up, Play-Doh for the first time, you roll it into a long snake. I think that's what you've done to Garfield.
Oh.
oh,
He looks like a garlic knot.
it took that man and threw him into a warp tunnel.
He said,
It twisted him around.
Yeah, this AI said, enough of this shit, and crumpled him into a ball to throw into the trash.
Wow.
Look at how sad the eyes are.
Help.
There is profound sorrow there.
Whoa. Wow.
What is that?
I don't know, but I'm choosing it.
Oh! What? What is happening? This is an avant-garde art piece.
I've made an Evangelion angel out of Garfield's torso.
Oh. It just made him worse.
It just made him worse. Only one sad
You can
eye
kind
now.
of see him. Hey,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can kind of see him.
It's the closest to Garfield. It's just like
he has the eyes.
if you tried to make a Garfield out of human skin.
Yeah, only skin.
And only skin.
yeah, I
It
kind of
might
see
look
it.
a little something like this. Oh.
This drawing makes you remember things that you didn't think you knew.
Yeah, this one might be cursed. I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna put it away, and I hope it doesn't affect anyone negatively going forward in their lives.